You watched the videos, you did the research, and now you have questions. Today I'm answering the top 10 questions you are sitting with right now. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the African Agripreneur. I'm Kinkonu Elizabeth, and today's video is for everyone who has been watching this channel and thinking, okay, Kinkonu, I hear you, but I still have questions. I see you, I hear you, and today I'm giving you straight, honest answers. No sugarcoating, no exaggerating, just the truth from someone who has been in the business and learned both the hard way and the right way. First question is, how much does it cost to start a pineapple farm in Ghana? This is a tricky one, but the answer isn't straightforward, okay? The cost of production solely depends on your location. In my previous video, I did a breakdown of Adeso and Nebri. So, and you could see that the cost of production differ, right? So your cost of production solely depends on your location. But the question I want you to ask yourself is the target market. Who is your target market? When it comes to target markets, we have the local markets, we have the premium buyers, we have the exportation and the camping. So let's use the premium buyers for instance. Those premium buyers are the people that you sell it a bit higher than the normal price. Let's say the local people are buying it for 5 cedis. You can sell to your premium buyers 7 cedis or even more. But the problem with them is that most of them do not buy in a larger scale. So their transportation cannot be more than the pineapples they are buying. So if your target market is the premium buyer, then you would have to factor in that. Even with other target markets, so you have to. But one thing you should know is that the far you go from Accra, the cheaper the cost of production becomes. Within last year or ending of last 2 years, I quite remember asking the cost of land in Afram Plains, and after that time it was 200 cedis. The question is, can I start a pineapple farm while working a full-time job? The answer is yes, absolutely yes. In fact, pineapple is one of the crops that is suitable for corporate world. Let me give you one tip. If you are in a corporate world and you want to go into crop production farming, what you should know is that when a crop is more than 1 year, it means that it does not need a lot of attention. Bear that in mind. Next one is, do I need a farm manager or can I do it myself? If you have more knowledge in the pineapple farm, you can do it yourself. And if you are a bit closer to the farm, of course, if you don't, then you will need a farm manager or a consultant like myself. How long before I make my first profit? So pineapple takes about 14 to 18 months to harvest. I know you're wondering 14, 18. So the 14, 18 solely depends on how fertile the soil is. If your soil is very good and you give it food that's fertilizing, if you fertilize it well, you will harvest before 18. If the soil is not that good and if you do not take really good care of it, it can get to 18 months. So there is a lot of factors that goes into it to have a profit. The first one is the time that you plant. The second one is your cost of production. So let's assume that you are supposed to incur 30,000 cedis in your 1 acre pineapple farm, but because you are a newcomer, you ended up spending about 60,000, right? So I mean what shows you're going to get money. Another thing is the time you plant. So if you plant in rainy season where everybody is planting, the prices drop. The next question is, what is the minimum acreage to start with? Okay, so with this one, it solely depends on how much you can afford to lose. Maybe my want to do is someone's so if If you can afford to lose 100,000 today, you can start with 100,000 today. If you can afford to lose just 30,000, you start with 30,000 today. But before all of that, I think you should also consider if you are somebody that do not have much knowledge in farming and you do not consult anybody. Of course, you would have to start from scratch, meaning you have to start with an acre, learn everything, learn how to fertilize, the chemical combination, get more customers and all of that before you can do it on a larger scale. Next one is, how do I find land for pineapple farming? How do you find land? First of all, you should know the type of soil suitable for pineapple farming. It's not every land that is good for pineapple. Yes, so first you should know the soil good for it is sandy loam, or there's this land that is a bit of there is a clay in it, right? But it's not really clay. You see, with clay soil, the water gets stagnant in it, right? But this one that I'm describing, the water can drain. So that's good for pineapple. What you have to do is you go to the location. Once you know the type of soil, you know which regions that you can get that type. So you go there and then you go to the chief. First of all, you go to the chief and then tell them about your plan. And then you survey the area. You ask people questions. And please do not forget to always take your receipts when you purchase a land. That is your evidence in case things go sideways. You will need that in the police station or court. But I hope and pray that it doesn't get to that. What happens if I can't afford all the costs at once? You are going to lose your farm basically. So I've seen it happen to a lot of people. Most people think, okay, I have the money to acquire the land to plant, so with time I'll save up and do the rest. It doesn't work that way. By the time you realize, Charlie, and the costs involved in pineapple, it's not easy at all. So I always advise people to either get all the money, or if you are certain that you can save X amount every month, then you can do it. Can someone in the diaspora invest in pineapple farming in Ghana? Of course, yes. Most of my clients are even outside and they are not in Ghana yet. So yes, you can. You just have to find the right person, somebody you trust to do it for you. How do I sell my pineapples after harvest? Okay, so this question, before you start farming, you should advertise. You should go and get your markets ready. That's the first step. Or if it's about time to force to induce the pineapple, try and market it. Even if you get one person, you are okay. You are good to go. You get 20,000 pineapples in an acre. So if you get one person who is buying 4,000 pieces a day, that person can buy everything. You just have to force them in budgets. Probably force 5,000 pieces every week or every 2 weeks, so that you sell to the person. How do I book a consultation with you? That's the last question. And the answer is, my Gmail is kinlizfarms@gmail.com. So you can reach me there, or you can contact me on 0540-720212. Those are the 10 top questions answered with honesty. But if you have questions that you think I have not addressed here, you can leave it in the comment section. I'm going to read it and tackle it another time. If you like what I do, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with somebody who wants to go into farming, and subscribe to this channel. I'm Kinkonu Elizabeth, and the soil beneath our feet is our greatest asset, if only we apply it with knowledge.